What's up, TC and J?
What's what?
The weekly what?
what?
The weekly what? I'm Asmitha, and welcome to the Weekly What, LTV's celebrity news and gossip show. Unfortunately, Emily couldn't make it to today's show, so filling in for her, I have with me LTV's very own VP, Kate Caratanudo. I'm glad to have you here, Kate.
I'm glad to be here, especially since today's show is the special Emmy edition.
Yes, let's get started. This year's Emmys were held on Sunday, September 20th and aired on Fox. I want to start off by talking about Andy Samberg as a host. I loved him. I feel like he brought a funny and exciting energy to the show, and I honestly had no issues with the way he hosted. The moment most people are buzzing about, though, is when Samberg gave out a free HBO account credentials, which actually worked to the audience, after the HBO CEO previously claimed that he doesn't, quote, give a damn if you're stealing your parents' or roommates' or ex-boyfriend's HBO password because they're, quote, in the business of creating addicts. I thought this was really funny of him to do.
I loved it, especially I'm in the business of stealing everybody else's HBO Go passwords, so I'm excited that everybody else can binge watch Game of Thrones as much as I do now.
I thought it was really hilarious that he did that and that he gave so many people the account password but I also wonder if it was like a cross promotion thing that he was doing because to get people hooked onto HBO now because they were handing out like free 7-day trials to new users.
Yeah, for all we know, HBO could be on the winning side of this little strategic plan right there.
Mm-hmm.
I also thought Viola Davis's speech was extremely inspirational and eye-opening. I'm an avid viewer of How to Get Away with Murder, and I think she was amazing, and she brought attention to the fact that there are not many roles for women of color in television. Not to mention Kerry Washington tearing up towards the end. What do you think of that, Asmitha?
I thought I really loved it. I actually got goosebumps while I was watching it. But for those of you who missed it, she won the Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama. She started off her speech by quoting Harriet Tubman, and then she continued to talk about the lack of opportunity for women of color in America. And I thought it was a super well-said speech, and I'm glad that she won an Emmy this year. And then later in the night, when Amy Schumer won the Emmy for the Best Variety Sketch Series for her series on Comedy Central entitled Inside Amy Schumer, she thanked everyone with an emotional and hilarious acceptance speech. While she was trying to remember who to thank, she read the teleprompter, and then she said, please wrap up. And she said, quote, I knew I should have written something down. Thanks everybody who has helped me and this girl that gave me the sort of smoky eye. I think Amy Schumer is so hilarious, and I liked her speech because it kind of showed how real her sense of humor is.
Yeah, I agree. She won me over after Trainwreck, and
Yeah.
I loved her internet presence after that as well. And I feel like she's like everybody's outspoken best friend that's like a hit at parties and everybody loves because she does seem very real.
Mm-hmm. Do you think we could talk about red carpet dresses a little bit?
Yes! Oh my god, favorite part. My favorites of the night were definitely Sarah Hyland, Julianne Hough, and Laverne Cox.
I definitely really liked Sarah Hyland's outfit, and I also liked Naomi Watts and Taraji P. Henson. I don't know if you remember when she came up on the stage.
I like that one too.
Outfit was so nice. I think that I didn't really like Kerry Washington's Marc Jacobs dress, but I kept seeing it come up on like the best dressed list. But like I feel like it wasn't the worst dress, but it like also wasn't the best dress. So I don't know.
Yeah, the cut was a little different. It wasn't all the way to the ground. It was kind of more like a little bit past her knees, which is a little bit different, like T-length. And I don't know, it was a little different. It wasn't more of a winner in my eyes, but like it wasn't awful either.
Yeah. I think Lady Gaga looked really polished and put together, which like you never really know what to expect from her. And I feel like Julianne Hough's dress was really cool, but it just wasn't the right dress for the Emmys. It had like a gothic like sheer thing going on, but I feel like it wasn't good that she was like exposing her like lacy underwear. Like I feel like her outfit would have been better at like the VMAs or the Grammys or something like that.
I agree. I really liked her dress, but it was a little bit out of place. I definitely could see it at the Grammys, but Andy Samberg's wife had an interesting choice as well. I personally was not a fan of this dress. I don't think it complements her shape at all. I think it was kind of a little bit weird, kind of more Gaga-esque. But maybe she was going for something a little different because her husband was hosting. That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe. I mean, I hated it. I thought it was really bad. Her and Heidi Klum, who wore like a really unappealing like, it was Versace, but it was like it looked like a curtain, like it was draped on her. I think they both had they win worst dressed. But I think we're out of time for today's show. Thanks for joining me today, Kate.
It was my pleasure. That wraps up the Emmy edition of the Weekly What. If you would like to join LTV or would like more information about the club, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, or email us at ltv@tcnj.edu.
Stay beautiful, TCNJ.
And have a great week.